It's the Groupcast podcast, a show about stuff like stupid jokes and Charlie folks and random ass topics with Case and Wes and special guests like Fred and Danny, Kyle, Riley, Lennon's there too. This is their theme song, it's pretty cool. Just don't ask Wes to sing the rest cause he'll forget the words, so sit right down and gather round, but not too close because they were so ugly that everyone died. Podcast.
So memorable.
Memorable moments, as it were.
As it is.
Hi!
Hey! It's a podcast.
Norm!
I'm a
Norm?
Norm?
Cheers. Norm.
No, I don't.
What's old TV?
Yeah.
I know it's
Urkel!
Urkel! Lucy!
Except Noah was happy to see Urkel.
He was supposed to be a one-time thing.
Was that me?
No.
Was the what? I'm sorry.
Was that me?
Did I do that?
He took the focus of the show off Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
The
Copyright
All-American
infringement.
hero.
Can't say I have to do a variation.
Oh, I already said it. Whoops, now I'm going to jail.
There she goes.
Oh no.
The Family Matters people are notorious for taking people to court. Bunch of assholes.
I'm Big Wes.
I hear it's all Stefan.
That's Lennon.
Remember that storyline, Stefan?
That's still Lennon.
Yes, it is.
Always Lennon.
Casey's
I got
over.
2 in.
Shut up! We already talked to you. Casey's over there.
It's bird o'clock.
It is bird o'clock.
Bird o'clock is your
Oh,
classmate.
God.
Bird o'clock.
Bird o'clock.
Erica's over there.
I have a spaghetti.
I have a spaghetti.
He has my
Rolls
spaghetti.
is over here.
Hey guys, let's stop calling snakes spaghettis.
It's fun.
No, it was the other way.
But yeah.
That. Never mind.
And Stacy's here.
I lost the spaghetti.
She couldn't take care of him. He got lost, and I had to save him.
And now featuring Big
Well,
Wes.
thank God.
I didn't want to untie him because he's so
And
Thanks,
Pod-
Gus.
And we have Pod Snake.
and starring Cooper.
Cooper the Pod Snake.
Special
Okay, you just
guest,
put it in there, then.
Spaghetti Snakes.
Because there's more than one of him.
I don't know.
Spaghetti!
Thank
That
you.
was his voice.
Yeah, that was me. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. So it's Sunday,
Yeah, it is.
not Saturday.
It is Sunday.
Or whenever you upload this, which is like 2 weeks from now.
And
Probably.
we're-
This
And
This
we're
is
in my basement.
2016.
Welcome to 2016 Groupcast Nation. How's it been? So what did we do last night,
It's
gang?
been.
We went to the Comedy Zone.
It was
and
sad.
It
Witnessed
was
terrible,
sad,
terrible
sad,
things.
sad.
It was quite sad.
I-
However, if I recall, we have not yet discussed the previous
We did not.
Saturdays,
No.
No.
which was the
Opposite
it
of
was the
terrible.
complete opposite of
It was.
last week.
So instead of terrible, it was not terrible.
It was adorable. Okay. Just hang in there. I'm sorry, visual humor.
I'm sorry, you're mistaken. It's not even humor. The
It's
snake is just moving. That's
Yeah.
all it's doing.
Yeah.
That's all it does, and everyone goes, "Woo!" It moves. That's what it does. It's a snake.
I'd like to see him put on the whiteboard.
So, Comedy Zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got about, what do you say, about 60 people?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
62.
Yeah,
I
something
think
like
that was the official count.
Manny went all out. He just
Oh, yeah.
invited everybody he knew
Yeah.
at work.
Yep.
He invited everybody he knew.
Yeah, and it went really well.
Mhm.
There were some new dudes who were very funny.
They were.
It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great mic, best mic ever.
We should
Yeah.
probably mention that Luke McGinnis, that was that one guy, right?
Oh,
Don't say
Yes.
his real name. Put a sheep over that.
A sheep? Oh, nah.
Stacy is afraid that guy is
Luke McGinnis.
Yeah. Oh, that's
That's what
right.
That's what I'm naming this episode.
Ah.
Don't do that.
Why not Luke?
I
Bot?
swear if you do that.
Luke Dodd.
Luke Dot.
that-
I am. Yes, you, Stacy. You should fill us in as
yeah.
how
and
you
actually tell that story
and
this
this
time.
Luke McGinnis dude may have something of a connection.
What's up with Luke McGinnis?
Yeah.
Let's see.
He sucked her dick.
Oh hell
She
no.
doesn't let just the other one's mouth touch that dick.
That would, to be honest with you,
What's up
that
with
would,
that accent?
that would make more
Christ.
sense
Fuck up.
than the actual story.
Yes, yes, it would. Yes.
Just go ahead and tell it.
Condense it.
Let's see. I think that new comedian is the brother of the midget that I choked in 10th grade.
Now, can we have some
You heard
background,
it right,
please?
folks. She choked
No,
a
I'm
midget.
good. No, that's all I need.
Choking the midget.
Choked a midget. First, I thought that was a sexual thing till
It's a
she
euphemism,
said
yeah.
really it was a fucking midget.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
A dick midget.
You said
Midget dick.
you said he would consistently
Yeah, like
throw stuff at you
Yeah.
at your table at lunch.
at lunch.
At your knees.
So you couldn't throw
He's
higher.
got you at knife point. And
Yeah,
you're like,
that-
Mom, you said that.
That could be really dangerous if you're not able to hurdle the objects.
Yeah.
But yeah,
good.
like his group would sit at the
Took an
table
arrow
right
to the
next.
knee.
He would sit right next to ours, to our table at lunch. We never talked to him. We didn't bother him at all.
He was too busy hanging out with like Steve-O and shit.
Yeah,
He likes clothes.
and he would throw like almost empty milk cartons at us. But since it was almost empty, the milk would come out. You know, just orgasm on everyone.
Oh, I've never heard of milk orgasming. Well,
I believe the
Oh,
word you're
sorry.
looking for is ejaculate.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
And you know, so it would get on everyone's clothes. He was just a big old dick. You know,
No, I
throwing
think
open
I
ketchup.
don't think he was. I don't think he was big anything.
That's the only big part about him.
yeah, he was just a big dick.
Yeah.
You tossed salt on one of your friends' heads.
Yeah, that was the last straw. He just opened
How do
it.
you reach that?
Yeah.
He was actually sitting on his girlfriend. So,
Well, that clears that up.
Like a baby.
She's a
Girlfriend-
giant.
I was gonna say, was his girlfriend like 6'9"?
no,
Hilarious.
his girlfriend was actually about like 3 inches taller than him.
Oh, there you go.
So, hey.
So
She
the two
was
of them. So
almost
with
midget.
him on
Love
top.
will
So with him-
find a way.
So with him sitting on top of her, it was like when two kids are in a trench coat and
Yeah.
pretend to be
Yep.
adults. Yeah.
Exactly.
And they were like, there. Instead of there.
Yeah.
But he opened the ketchup, or the salt packet, poured
Ketchup
it
salt.
Ketchup
poured
salt.
it directly onto my
Delicious.
friend's head. And he caught me in a bad day. And I remember standing up. I don't know what I was going to do. And
She
then
went blind with rage. She doesn't quite remember
that's
She
that.
just
exactly
saw
it.
red and that was it.
That's it.
She
That's
saw
what it was.
She saw the red ketchup salt. And it all went out.
I would have thought you stood up and you forgot where he went.
No, I
Because
swear.
he was here,
Wait a
and then he
minute.
stood up and was like, where did you
Wait
go?
a minute.
So many midget
Oh,
things.
there you are.
Something's not right here.
Yeah, I stood
It's
up
us.
I
and
took too many greens.
I stood up and it's like I went blind with rage. And next thing I know, I came back. My hands were around his throat. His face was turning blue, and I was yelling, "When did you become such an asshole?" Then I punched him in the
Were they
face.
stacked, or did you like?
He
have
has,
them,
he has
like-
one of those African
They were
tribe
kind
necks
of-
where they add the rings.
Yeah. It's like a pencil next to you, like you can like overhand choke him.
It was
Without
kind of both.
Without the neck additions, he was really 1'7". Man was just all neck. Have you guys played Twilight Princess? He was like those little bird things and teleport things. They have the giant faces, but they've got like the skinny chicken bodies.
I would have stood in
Here's
it
what
in him
here's
with
what I
balls.
don't understand though. It's like after someone throws milk at me for the first time,
Yeah, that's the end of that
I
story.
really would just take his head and smash it on the table.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand. Like, it's not even like a thing of bullying. Because there's no payoff for that.
Nope.
No,
It's just
yeah.
asshole.
He just wanted a little attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, we are all on board now.
Max Reese is here
He
now.
was just a tiny bit angry.
He's wrapped around his.
Ah, tiny.
He does that.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Spaghetti.
Tie him in a square knot. Tie him in
I
a
would've-
ball.
Square
He
knot.
ties
would've been-
himself in knots. He makes pretzels all the time.
I would have been more upset that he
Come out in the
wasted
kitchen, he's
perfectly good
kneading the
milk.
dough.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Well, it
He
was
sounds
With his
twist-
face?
He sounds twisted.
Sister.
God, this
That was
Anyway.
this
pretty
reality game that you play. It's terrible. Stop.
it's terrible.
Either way.
Either way.
It's weed eater way.
So back to the comedy.
It's my favorite.
Oh yeah, we're still there.
Yeah, we haven't left there yet.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Say.
And
We had like 17 people.
What didn't we say? It was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Last
Uh,
night, however, sucked.
Last night we had
Sucked
like
all
Oh,
the ass.
God.
we had 4 comics and a guy.
We had
The
13
host.
Oh, okay.
The host was a guy that someone picked up off the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it seemed like.
He didn't give a shit.
No.
No, he really didn't. You could
Yeah.
tell.
No, it's because I think he was waiting for Keith to get there, and Keith didn't
I
tell him.
think so, yeah.
Keith didn't tell him
That's
he was
quite
coming, so that
possible.
guy was ready to get out of there, and then Keith was like, "Nah, taking the week off."
What a dickwad.
We had a good
That's
week
the
last
dark
week.
mark.
yeah.
Nice, everybody saw that.
Yeah. The snake is on my arm, okay? There you go.
I thought you said
I'm going to start
Marky
making you people explain your visual jokes.
That's okay, I can do that.
Because you do like 40 of them in a podcast.
I can describe
That's
them.
what the animation's for.
Not really, no. I don't know if you understand how audio media works.
That one, tall, skinny black guy, that guy annoyed the crap out of me.
I don't remember anything he
Let's
said
bring
after
relation to it now.
I don't remember anything he said after sitting down on the stage to talk to Wes. That is the last thing I
It
remember
made me
him
a
doing.
little nervous, so I just went with it.
He
Yeah.
was basically like, alright, listen, this is what I do.
Let me rap with you guys.
Yeah, let me rap with you guys. He sat on the table.
When I started rapping.
Yeah, terribly.
As he does. He was like...
Rapping about rape.
Yeah.
The rape rap.
Yep. Rap rape.
Freaking...
From the creators of the poker app comes the rape rap.
Just as entertaining.
Here, go this way.
Yeah, one.
He was like, listen, this is why prom is fucked up, because I'm going to go to your dad's house and I'm going to be dressed up all nice and be like, don't worry, sir, I'll take care of your daughter, and then I'm going to take her in my car, and then we're going to smoke a lot of weed with my friends, and then I'm going to put my dick in her mouth, and that's just how it goes.
No, and then something about inserting 2 fingers, and he specifically pointed out which fingers on his hand it would be.
Yeah, I'm just going to put my 2 fingers in your daughter, and that's just how it's going to go. I can't do anything about it. That's just how it is.
And you just think she's innocent? She's really not.
Yeah.
So would you let me take your daughter to prom? And Wes goes,
I would rather you... What the fuck? How did I...
I'd rather you tell me that
I'd rather you tell me the real reason why you're taking my daughter out.
Yeah.
He goes, well, all right then.
And then walked away.
He gets up and walks away.
He couldn't compete with us.
Then there was that guy who I suppose was trying to do some sort of like parody song.
Oh,
Yeah, he got up there. He's like, "All right, play the music," and he
he came to the wrong place for playing music.
Yeah.
And I love how Gary's like, just go to another joke, and then he thinks he's kidding. He's like, no, I'm serious. Go to another joke.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, I don't really actually have anything else."
I didn't prepare any other stuff without the music, so
I don't write jokes.
yeah, you can go to my website.
Well,
Bye. He was on it, off and on in a minute.
Yeah, I've been on the radio a couple times. Oh, really?
Oh yeah, we went. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. He goes, yeah, Nipsey plays my stuff, and we went,
Nipsey, if you don't remember us saying before, is one of the local DJs.
He's the local yokel.
Yeah, I was going to say local yokel.
He's really annoying. Steve Sacramento.
105.7 the X.
They changed the announcer guy, and I'm sad.
They changed
They didn't?
everything.
I don't listen to the station anymore. I gave up on it, so.
You people listen to radio?
I don't listen to the radio anymore. No, I don't.
It's because I drive places.
What up?
Jeez, even Star-Lord didn't listen to radio.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh yeah, you guys
I haven't
watched
listened to radio in years.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We did.
Oh, it was
How was it?
fucking
I'll
amazing.
tell you what. They say it's as good as the Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Is
right.
it supposed to be
They're
like?
right.
Is it supposed to be like
Off?
off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know Guardians of the Galaxy. They're a
It's
little off.
got a raccoon and Vin Diesel as
And
a
a tree.
Yeah. Oh, Vin Diesel's never played a more perfect role in his life.
Yep.
A tree that only can say 3 words.
Until the very end, when he said, we
Well, that's
are
great.
Groot.
Yeah, thanks, Erica.
No, that's known. It's people know that all over the place that he said that.
Do you guys know that?
No. Fuck
A
you.
bunch of other people who've never seen it. I knew that before.
I'm
the
here to
movie.
ruin your point, Lennon.
I knew it before the movie.
How dare your points be valid?
While Rowles did the "I'm here to ruin your point" joke, he pumped his arms up and down.
Thank you.
It's easy to explain.
One of my favorite pictures on the internet is Chris Pratt on Parks and Recreation, where he's with that like really angry, depressed looking girl.
The angry, depressed-looking girl.
I've never watched this.
There's a million of those on TV.
Yeah.
On that show, then.
I don't know.
And the caption was what I imagine a cat and a dog married to be like. And it's like the angry girl's like, someone's about to die. And he goes, oh, fun.
All right.
Wow.
I think the biggest laugh that I got from the whole movie, I couldn't even laugh because it wasn't a funny moment, so nobody else would have got the joke. But in the very beginning of the movie, Erica leaned over to me and said, see, I don't know how into the Guardians of the Galaxy you guys are. You might find it funny, you might not, but it's going to be out there. She leaned over and she goes, is that the guy with the raccoon? All right, this is going to be fun. Decently valid question. Sort of. But But
so I don't want to say campy, but it was like
it's not that
self-aware
at all.
of how ridiculous it is.
It really gets into the heavy shit of the Marvel Universe, though.
It does.
In terms of the most powerful things in the universe.
So I knew going in it would either be really, really good or really, really bad.
See,
I thought it was going to suck ass.
Well,
Yeah.
Really?
that's
For a
that's
long
how
time I
movies
said-
go. They're either good or bad.
Well, yeah.
No, there's in-betweens.
For a long time, I was going to say this movie is going to probably suck ass because any Marvel movie with John C. Reilly in it can't be too good. He's a very minor character, but still plays a pretty cool role.
Still
Don't
laughed
they
at him,
have
though,
like a
because I just
lot of
couldn't...
cameos in that movie?
Yeah.
That's what I've
Yeah, there
heard.
is. There absolutely is.
Yeah. Here's my outlook on comic book movies. I want them to either be complete, like, very believable / realistic,
Of course.
sort of things, or completely off the wall bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the middle ground.
There shouldn't be a middle ground.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of a good example of a movie that was like that.
Yeah, I guess Mystery Men does it a little bit. It's not like a comic book superhero movie, but it's.
Yeah. We were talking about that last night.
We were. It's
When
a
we
comedy,
were all
but
just completely
well,
stupid.
You know what? That movie is a complete comedy. I take it back. It's a good fucking movie too. You should check it out if you get the opportunity.
Tell us what it's about.
It is about
Terrible
superheroes who are trying to find their way in the world of superhero stardom when the town superhero goes missing. And it's got some good names in it, honestly.
I'm thinking of The Shuffler.
The Shuffler, yeah. How can a movie where Pee Wee Herman is a superhero who farts go wrong?
Why is he called the Shoveler?
Every way.
He wields a shovel.
What was his great?
That's William H. Macy.
What was his great line from?
I know. I know what part you're thinking of, but I don't know what the exact line is.
I'm gonna bring it up on my computer.
All right.
No,
William H. Macy's the shoveler.
Pee Wee
Herman is the
shoveler.
spleen.
Oh, see, I thought you were saying the shoveler is the guy who farts.
No.
So
Why would the shoveler be the guy?
That's what I was asking.
No, the
Because none
shoveler.
of this makes sense in any other way.
The shoveler's the guy that farts. The guy that wields the shovel, that's another guy.
I like how you still said the shoveler is the guy who farts.
Yeah.
I just want to say, you currently sound like a guy who's really obsessed with that and trying to defend it to the last.
It's a hell of a movie, though. It's one of my favorite movies, honestly.
definitely want to
The
see
shoveler quote was the first.
There you go.
Did you guys hear that story about that? It may not be true, but I think it's if it is.
Oh, the Blue Raja. I forgot about him.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
go
Tank
ahead.
Azaria from the
Yeah.
Simpsons voice actor. He
Ah,
plays the dude who
What are you
throws
doing?
forks.
Go fork yourself. And other such lines.
Scratch everywhere.
whoop, there's your tail. But yeah, it's not confirmed to be true. Last I checked, but
Okay.
if it were true, I think it would be a great story. There's this guy who goes into a Burger King, and
Hilarious.
Nice start.
in front of him there is this woman with her kid, and he is complaining that they won't
Kid's
make
too ugly.
yeah
Is that the one?
won't complain. Keeps complaining that they won't make an apple pie fast enough for him.
Oh, that's a great story.
Yeah, and so the guy
That's not the one that I heard.
the guy butts in line and is like, "Give me all of the apple pie you have."
That's not what I heard. I heard that she and her kid came in behind him. He was like, it's a small child.
Yeah.
It's swearing up a storm.
Yeah,
Give me a fucking pie, give me a fucking pie. And he just bought all 23 pies that the store had
This doesn't
Yep.
sound...
and walked out.
Yep.
I don't know.
And
if
he's
I
now
believe
deemed
trying
like a
to make a
hero
gift
in the
away.
fast
What's
food
wrong
world.
with you?
fast food hero.
Fast
There
food
weren't really
hero?
any heroes
He's in
in the
that
fast food.
superhero movie.
Well, that's because
Pie
there was
Man.
only one.
Lucille,
Pie man.
God gave me
I
a
will
gift.
buy all the pies.
I shoveled
Then what do you
well.
do?
Hold on. Rolls found the quote.
I found a few.
Oh.
Oh, you found a few?
Go right ahead.
Lucille, God gave me a gift. I shovel well. I shovel very well. Honey, you shovel better than any man I've ever known. But that does
Those
not
are
make
just
you a superhero.
So many innuendos.
He starts to say something. No, listen to me. You're a good husband and a good father, but that's it. Nothing more. Roland, the shoveler's son. That's the character name. I believe in you, Daddy. He's calling out, Roland, do not encourage your father.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Check her out.
Check her out.
Perkins.
Check out Perkins.
And so the saga continues.
Yeah.
Denny will live on forever.
I think he might just do that.
Yep. Unless he has massive coronary.
Which could be any day now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like to think he works in an office complex.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just totally...
Wow,
I'd like to think he works from home because his walls aren't big enough.
And then he looks up
Get him
pictures
out.
of Perkins all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Goes into a Perkins chat room.
Perkins chat room.
Just a guy
What's in
that
the
works
Perkins chat room?
I don't
a
think.
guy that
Where
works
you chat with other
it's
people
just
that like.
Denny.
Then they go to Perkins Con, and now it's just way too.
Perkins.
God.
If there's
Con
any,
14.
if there's any justice
They
in the
get
world,
2 hours in the
Con-
ball pit.
Perkins Con will be shut down by the police as soon as it opens.
Well, what was the Tumblr con that like 7
Dash
people went
Con.
to?
It's Dash Con with the ball pit where
Oh
you got
my
an extra
God,
hour in the
that
ball pit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a Tumblr con should not be a thing, really.
We struck
Apparently it
down
was
evil.
good despite that. And then them saying,
No, it was not. It absolutely was.
I bet
not.
were you there?
I bet it was...
Nobody was there.
No, there's actually a lot of people there.
I bet it was like 7...
Why are you defending these non-existent people?
I bet it was like 7 feminists just in a room being like, I hate
I
men
love
so
Doctor
much.
Who.
Yeah. I hate men and I
Male
love Doctor
oppression!
Who.
Male oppression!
I just love the people in the ball pit.
I'm
They're
a
just laying in.
vegetarian.
Or you know what the feminists sound like to me, right?
Go ahead.
Clams?
Clams.
Squawk, squawk!
Clams. They sound
Anyway.
like
Why,
clams.
why do they sound like,
Somebody saying squawk.
yeah,
Because they're clams.
But sure.
clams, yeah.
We struck down evil with the mighty sword of teamwork and the hammer of not bickering. That's the one.
That's the quote.
There it is.
We've reached the end of the internet now.
Yep, we have.
Internet.
You thought we did with
Every
Dash
week.
Con.
I know, I just like saying that.
Dash
it
con. That's
doesn't
because you
mean
want to
anything.
dash the fuck out of there as soon as
Yeah.
you get there.
Then there was a big thing, something about they didn't raise enough money and telling the people who
Oh,
came
what a
that they
shock.
needed to raise $17,000 to keep it open, otherwise they were the
You
hotel
know-
was going to shut it down.
No, that's not how a convention works. You don't
That's-
tell the congoers you have to raise money. Hey,
That's
by
what
way,
the
we have
hotel
to-
tried to tell him, and then other people who tried calling the hotel to see if that was true was like, no, we never said that. I don't know the whole story behind it. That's just
I
what.
have a feeling you're only getting Tumblr's side of this.
No, that was that was an article.
Oh.
On
Listen to
Tumblr?
Tumblr.
No,
Snout it!
it was
I love that
it was a
joke again.
legitimate article
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
guy.
because I looked into it. It was real. There was a lot of problems with DashCon. A lot of problems.
A lot of problems.
I
yeah.
actually didn't even know it was supposed to happen until everyone's like, "Look at the ball pit." Someone did a watercolor painting.
Of the ball pit?
Yeah, someone did a watercolor painting of the ball pit, put it on eBay, selling it for $17,000.
It sold, didn't it?
Yes,
Made more than the convention.
yes,
That doesn't seem real.
that was real.
None of Tumblr doesn't seem real.
Well, I don't think it is sometimes.
It's not!
Doctor Who and Sherlock, woo!
And Supernatural.
And
Because they're
Supernatural.
super Who locked. Whoa. That's what they
What
call
are they,
themselves.
3D? What is that?
That was probably the whitest gesture ever.
Bad days coming right out of your screen.
Yeah.
Awesome.
During that joke, Rowles motion things coming.
Thank you.
There you go.
This would be the most audio-visual podcast. ever.
Audio visual trust.
No one needed to see my hand movements. I just kind of did them.
Hey, welcome to Groupcast.
Oh, man.
Oh, are we starting over now?
A strange thing has happened recently.
Only
and that,
one?
Well, a couple things. But one of those things being that Stacy is now obsessed with System of a Down, and I think that's bizarre.
What did
Well,
she
that's
call
fine.
him?
They're
What was your
good.
name for?
Okay.
What'd you call him?
Oh yeah, I called them Sergeant Tank and Drano Malachi.
There
She
you go.
couldn't think of System of a Down.
No, she couldn't think of Serge Tankian and Darren Malakian.
Oh.
Close enough.
You're close, Erica.
No, that's just
You
how
only
I...
missed it by this much. And that joke wasn't a giant fucking gap.
That's like last week on 105.7. Hawaiian Chris James was doing the 420 freebie, and it was M Shadow's birthday,
Yeah, I heard that.
and
Who?
M. Shadow's the
From-
singer for Avenged Sevenfold.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
and they're like, today's Matt Sanders' birthday. Can anyone tell me who M Shadows is better known as? And this girl calls in Avenged Sevenfold.
What,
I'll
that's
give
why.
it to you.
No, you don't give it to her.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Well, see, the problem
There's
is
only like one fan of Avenged Sevenfold.
those
though.
things.
She's the
Okay, I'm just gonna slide down. The snake is sliding down my arm.
And this
That's
joke
what
was
he
like a
is.
sliding down Casey.
And as soon as he said Matt Sanders, I knew it. I was calling in as fast as I could, and fuck, I forget how many people there were that actually called in. There were
There were like
more.
About as many that went to Dash.
It was more than
Yeah.
5. It was more than
More
5.
than
till-
5.
The reason that he just gave her that one
Yeah.
was because every time he gives away stuff
Yeah.
during that time,
You can't lose.
no, it's the first 2 callers are always, and then the next 2 are, I don't know, I didn't hear the question.
Yeah.
And then the third person is always something that almost sounds right,
Yeah.
and that's where he's just like, okay, fine, we're just
Yeah.
gonna move on.
Yeah.
Well, this time there was like
Yeah,
6
there
or
were
7.
of
6 or
people.
7 that were, I don't know. Oh, I didn't hear the question. Can you repeat the question?
Then don't
Oh, I still don't
call.
know.
Then why fucking call
Well,
then?
most people, they just call without.
Yeah.
They call
thinking
hoping to
about
know the answer, yeah. There was a number of years ago, the radio station I listened to was doing a big Simpsons giveaway for the Simpsons movie.
Oh, yeah.
And if you called in and answered the question, you won like a ton of shit. And it got to the point where you realized that you had to call when they said, and here's the question, and hope that you knew what it was when
Yeah.
they picked up on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I never won. I
The
resent that radio station for
What
everything
station was
they're
it?
worth. I don't even remember. So it's hard to resent them.
It's probably what 98.5 used to be.
So now I just hate all of them out of
Listen to.
The week prior, the 420 freebie was it was Will Wheaton's birthday,
Oh.
and he's like, what show is Will Wheaton best known for? And I
Tabletop.
Wesley Crusher.
Yes.
Star Trek: The Next
Star
Generation.
Trek.
I know, that was his character's name.
Yes,
And
and
then
I
when,
Have you
like,
said? Have you
I
said
got your
what?
joke. I got your joke, Erica. You're good.
Thank you.
Wesley Crusher.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
yeah.
What show was he best known for? Wesley Crusher. Yeah, good job, lady.
No one knew. It was the
Seriously?
same thing as
No one knew?
No one knew.
I feel like
I
that's
almost
common
almost
knowledge.
drove my truck into a telephone pole,
should've.
screaming "Star Trek: The Next Generation."
I'm sure, Stacey, you didn't know that, right?
I did know that actually.
There you go. Even Stacey knew.
Even
There you
that
go.
sounds terrible. Even Stacy knew
What?
it.
By the way, I want to mention one thing about Guardians of the Galaxy. If we're gonna move on from that,
I segued with my hands to Lennon.
thank you. So the end credit scene.
Yeah, there's always one of those.
Yeah.
It's been long
As
enough.
opposed
right?
to-
No, I'm not gonna say anything about it,
Ant-Man.
except for.
He went, ugh, and I said, well, what is that? He goes, just, ugh.
It's better that you don't.
Yeah, it's
know.
better you don't know. It's like, is it,
Ant-Man.
No, worse.
it's like, are we,
Worse. It's
What could
worse.
possibly be worse than Ant-Man?
Wes, do you know what's worse than Ant-Man?
Oh, I can't think of it.
Whack.
shut up.
Yeah, that's all you got.
Dude, you can tell me.
Isn't
after
it gonna?
the show.
Isn't this gonna be
Shut
released
up.
in like a few weeks anyway?
Yeah.
People will know by then.
Yeah, but they don't know.
Well,
I don't
you might
care.
be
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't care either.
You know what something? Howard the Duck.
Are you serious?
Oh, we're good, duck. Quack. Quack. I don't know how to do
I heard that they were doing a movie, but how did that tie
Are
in?
you kidding me?
I think that's a red herring.
It's
I'm
hard to
hoping it's a red herring.
It's hard to explain how it tied in.
No, not really.
Wait,
Well,
are
if
they
you
just
don't
one
want to give
character-
stuff away,
It's
then
just one character who does stuff, and Howard the Duck was there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like entailing that they were gonna make another.
Well, that's what I asked.
Well, they might.
I was like, Lennon.
Yeah,
do you
I
think
heard
that,
that
do
they
you
were-
think
they
it'll
were
be
gonna
in the
do-
next one? He's like,
No, it's not a Guardians of the Galaxy. That's its own franchise.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the
Makes
thing.
sense.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's
Here's
the
the
thing.
thing.
Here's the thing.
Here's
too.
another
There's
thing.
another one.
Marvel
They're
doesn't,
everywhere.
What are you
Marvel,
doing?
Marvel doesn't
She's
have
a duck.
Marvel doesn't have the rights to like the X-Men or the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
But they
So
sure
they
held
sort
the
of-
fuck on to Howard the Duck.
So they're really reaching for Howard the Duck right now. Maybe it'll bring some of
That's
that.
their secret trump card this whole time.
Yeah, maybe it'll
Avengers, fuck that.
maybe it'll
Duck.
maybe
I
it'll
haven't
bring
decided
some
to
of
do Avengers.
maybe it'll bring some
Yeah,
of that
it'll be
already
interesting.
heavily tapped young male market into
Yeah,
the crowd.
yeah. Rolls, you mentioned actually something really interesting to me today.
What's that?
About, alright, so in the Avengers 2, they announced all sorts of stuff like 2 weeks ago or something, that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver,
Yeah.
who are Magneto's kids,
Oh.
are in the Avengers. But you told me that because Marvel doesn't have like the movie licensing
for the X-Men.
For X-Men, they can't like call them mutants or refer to Magneto in any way or anything like that.
Yeah, they can't refer to
Isn't that
things.
interesting?
They can't refer to things that have
Copyright
been
is
in the
weird.
already released.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I don't understand though. Why doesn't Disney just buy out those like?
They should.
Like I understand
Yeah, they might as
that
well.
would make the world a better place to have all the Marvel stuff under one house like that.
Yeah. I understand.
What are-
I understand like that. The whatever company is it? Sony or whatever?
Sony has Spider-Man. I imagine.
Like
Someone has Fox, or Fox has someone. I'm sorry.
Or Stacy can have him.
It's
gonna
like
stay
if,
here.
I want to hold the spaghetti.
If they
Pass the spaghetti.
I'm trying to be subtle.
Yeah, it's not easy sometimes.
if they
Not easy beans.
they could work out a deal so that so that Marvel gets money, but the other company still gets money from it too.
Yeah.
It's like it's business. Why is
Yeah.
it? Why is it?
Why
like,
is this so difficult?
So
Yeah.
wait, who owns Fantastic Four and more? And
Disney does, right?
I thought
Fantastic
that was
Four
Fox.
now.
So
I don't know.
Fantastic Four. You look
Let's
it up.
explode.
yeah,
So,
Fox
I
owns
know. I know.
something.
Sony is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
how do I even Google this? What do I?
Fantastic Four ownership.
Who owns Fantastic Four
Yeah,
film
right, I
rights?
guess
Who
so.
owns
movie ownership?
You look even more.
I think
badass
X-Men
than
is
Snake.
Warner Brothers.
You're welcome.
Film rights.
It's like you're just
Yeah,
gonna go
there it
like
is.
snakes.
Even though he's a spaghetti.
Snakes.
Pocket snake. Shisha.
Which studio owns which Marvel characters?
Thanks,
There
Yahoo
you go.
Answers.
Got it.
Here's the breakdown.
I see that X-Men is in its own spot.
Oh well, there's a Daredevil, Elektra, Ghost Rider, Punisher, and Blade went back to Marvel recently.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a chart.
That's a cool chart.
Universal Pictures has Namor, and that's all they got. Lionsgate has Man Thing, that's all they got.
Yeah.
Stan Lee's got nothing.
This is like that's terrible.
Sony has Spider-Man and
Yeah.
Venom, in case you do something with that. Fox has Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, Wolverine, the X-Men. Why is that separate? Cable, again. Why is that separate?
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
And Quicksilver is now, interestingly, in a concentric circle with Marvel Studios. They are in between.
Did you hear?
They
They are. It
diagram
is a
style.
circle chart. There's just circles.
Did you hear they might be
No, it
making
is,
a
see?
Deadpool movie?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
It's circles. That trailer is
With,
actually
it-
not for a
Ryan
movie.
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
It was test footage,
Yeah.
but it looks badass as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Ryan Reynolds voicing him.
That's
so,
weird.
Yeah, this is weird. Also, on this little chart, Venn diagram chart here, is the top 5 franchises across Marvel in terms of how much the movies have made. Fantastic Four is number 5, followed by the Avengers, Iron Man, X-Men, and Spider-Man has a huge lead over everything else.
Wow.
Which Spider-Man
It's probably the whole
series?
franchise.
Okay.
You gotta understand when the Spider-Man first came out.
when the
That's-
When does Spider-Man?
Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
It's just Manny.
When it first came out, and it had like all the New York references and freedom and September 11th
That's
next to it.
quite true.
That's what boosted it so high.
And it was
Because
one
it
of the
was-
first Marvel movies to be like, we're making a Marvel movie now.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it right.
That's pretty much where it started.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire is.
No, they did it right for 2
Spider-Man.
movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tobey Maguire did just fine.
Yes.
as Spider-Man.
Yes.
It's just
Then they got the kid from
writing.
that 70s
Who's the,
show to play Venom.
That's where they had
who's
a problem.
who's the director for that?
I don't know.
I don't know. All I remember is like his thing is horror movies.
Yeah.
So like
Sam
him and
Raimi.
Spider-Man-
So he had the
Sam,
Green...
it was Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had the Green Goblin on lockdown.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
done
Good
well.
Green Goblin. Yeah.
Love
Willem
lockdown.
Dafoe was great.
Yeah, he was. And then they killed him.
I
Which is
just
alright, because, you know, you only need a villain for one movie.
here's
So
the
you can
thing.
move on.
Here's the
However, the Goblins were in all 3 movies. Got a little tiring.
The Goblins like it's a family.
It was!
I know it is. It's like
I
that's
mean,
the
it's
last
like...
name.
It's the Osbournes!
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the Goblins.
The Gosborn.
Here's the thing.
There's a goblin flying around. Sharon!
Here's the thing.
Throwing pumpkin bombs
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah. Biting the heads off of bats. biting the head off the glider.
Biting the heads
There
off
you go.
goblins.
Here's the thing. The thing about the Goblin that I didn't like though, that outfit is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that was before they realized, hey, we should make our shit look cool.
I thought it looked alright.
It kind of looks like a retarded
fine.
spider. Like,
Retarded spider.
I more or less had a problem with just the mouth. Because it was that.
Oh, no, that
It
was
looked like
alright.
it was made out of made it for a figurine.
Well, yeah.
That's what I thought every time I saw that face.
And then like the face would be like, Harry, we have to kill him.
We have
It's
to
like,
cook.
oh, this is what Willem Dafoe goes through every day.
So
I agree.
I want to share with you guys something real quick.
Guys.
Guys.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, I know. I've recently started doing some musical experiments
Oh.
by taking Pokemon cries and fitting them into songs.
Oh.
So
Alright.
take a listen to 3 of these.
This could catch
things.
on.
Yeah. I did Zubat, I did Volbeat, and I did Crocodile.
Because we all
Oh,
know
Zubat.
we haven't heard enough Zubat cries in our lifetime.
Yeah, so you'll recognize it.
Goddamn Zubat.
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
hear it. I'm gonna have Vietnam flash.
I am
It's like
too.
PTSD. Oh, that time in Diglett's cave.
You know how long I
No,
spent?
Diglett's were in Diglett's cave.
You know how long I spent in there consecutively?
That was the first
I spent
cave I
2
thought about.
days in there.
Mount Moon!
Mount Moon.
There's only Diglets in Diglett's cave. That's why it's called Diglet
The
Cave.
occasional dog trio, which is 3 fucking Diglets.
Which is 3 levels, which is 3 times higher than anything else.
I'm
you can
sorry,
find
I'm
in
not
that
on the
cave.
same knowledge level as you guys. My apologies.
I thought it was common knowledge, honestly.
Apologies.
I just said a name. Jesus.
How did I get to Scott Irish PA?
Okay.
No.
Anyway.
I must have clicked something.
Zubat, then Volbeat, then Crocodile, which is awesome. Because
Okay.
It sounds like a guitar riff.
Oh
Oh,
god.
So let's get this going.
Rocket.
Raccoon?
That doesn't sound like a Zubat.
Okay.
Sounds like
Volbeat.
that.
Okay, that's cool.
Castlevania.
Crocodile.
Yeah, I know,
It did
right?
sound like that, didn't it?
Huh.
Sounds like Contra.
Yeah.
Oh. In that scene, Lennon made a gun motion.
And then put it
Oh,
away because he
point
said,
so you
"Oh,
can get ready for it.
is he going up your sleeve?"
Yeah.
That's what the spaghetti will do.
Get out of there.
He likes clothes.
So
Pretty
there you
cool.
go.
It's worse when you're wearing a
That's
sweatshirt
fun.
and you don't
I thought
realize
it would
until
be
it's all the way up
more
here.
like made from the cries themselves.
I was thinking about doing that, but
Yeah,
I had this idea first. So
Yeah.
I wanted to see how it would do.
it's interesting.
So yeah, fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Snake catapult.
Go! I don't need flying snakes. There are flying snakes.
Flying sex
Yeah,
snakes.
There are snakes that flatten themselves out and they glide from tree to tree.
They do.
They're more like gliding snakes, not
They look like
flying.
Stacy
My
does
God.
now, flailing her arms back
No,
and
they're not
forth.
called
My hands are
gliding
really hot.
squirrels either, so they're completely invalid.
Bats.
Bats. Butts.
Bat!
Black.
Blat.
Blats. Blats everywhere.
Now I'm thinking of all the Willem Dafoe lines from the first Spider-Man.
Blat.
Yeah, he said that,
Black.
yeah.
It's like-
That's what he said every time he threw one of the pumpkin bombs. Blat! What? You're much less terrified.
You heard
now.
me, I said blat.
You know what the best part of that movie, though, is
No.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Bonesaw is ready!
I got you for 3 minutes.
That's a nice outfit. Did your husband buy it for you?
That was great.
Get down here!
I liked how nobody in that movie, when he was like clinging to walls and shit, was like, hey, this motherfucker's clinging to walls. They're all like, no, this is perfect. Go get him, Bonesaw. It's like,
It's an underground wrestling society. Anything goes
It's
there.
playtime.
yeah, but superpowers should catch the attention of somebody.
And then he
That's
started.
even shit you would see on the news, like in
Yeah.
the underground wrestling ring this week.
Yeah.
You know
A
what?
dude was a fucking Spider-Man.
That like reminds me of in the first X-Men when Wolverine was a cage fighter when Rogue meets him. It's like, did anyone ever question how he heals up perfectly the next day?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we can't ask those questions.
He had Doc from the Little Mac series. Punch Out.
I'm Charles Xavier, and I offer a school for the gifted.
I also offer a school for the blind.
Hi, Little Mac. I'm just gonna eat these candy bars. You go and train.
We put the deaf and the blind in the back.
They don't know the difference.
We put the blind
What
in
does
blind.
it mean?
I think what I didn't like about the first X-Men movie and X-Men Origins was the first X-Men movie, Stryker was fat, and in Origins
Who was
he
fat?
wasn't.
Striker.
Who's that?
The
William
guy
Stryker from the second. He's from number 2, but
is he? I thought he was in the first one.
And
he's
you
the guy
lost
who
me.
made
I don't
Weapon
know.
X.
Oh, okay.
Still lost me.
He can lose a bunch of weight.
Yeah. No, he gained a bunch of weight. Like,
Yeah.
because the other one was in the
I
past.
see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because-
Well, Weapon X got away, and he just started eating
He
fucking
just started
Denny's
eating
every
his
day and didn't know what to do.
He should have eaten Perkins.
I knew you were gonna fucking reference.
Because we can't stop.
You're addicts. You need help.
Perkins addicts. We better go get help.
Go to
Perkins.
Perkins.
See, I didn't
Anonymous.
say that. That was all her.
That was
I
all me.
wish I had a Perkin in my attic.
Just one Perkin.
Just one Perkin. That's all I need.
It's just a pancake
Perkins sucks.
and an emergency
I like
break glass
Perkins.
for pancakes.
Breakfast is good. Everything
Yeah.
else kind of is.
And after 9, it's great because they have half-price appetizers and all-you-can-eat pancakes for $5.99.
Pancakes.
Whoa.
You've never met me. He'll change that policy really quick. He's ate 9 pancakes. How is he still?
Can I get all you eat French fries with that?
I want.
All 4 pounds of them. Okay, speaking of that, I was trying to transition to that somehow.
Can I
You
say
sure you don't want half a bucket of
Yeah.
popcorn first?
I was gonna say I want Shrove Tuesday to be a thing here.
What is Shrove Tuesday? Oh, the
The pancakes
Day.
thing.
Can I-
Pancakes thing.
can I-
I want pancakes. I want a revolt. I
I
just want
so
pancakes.
I do want to get into this.
You
Rose.
want pancakes?
Erica, you have a problem, and it's popcorn.
Oh, I
Here's,
fucking love
and
popcorn.
here's what she and
No
here's what,
kidding.
and here's what she did too. Here's what she did too. Well, you know, we all
Let me. preface
everybody
by saying-
settle down. Everybody settle down.
Can we have some background?
Well, we went to see Guardians of the Galaxy today. And
Did
it was,
you?
It was.
How was that?
Well, you know they say it's as good as the Avengers.
they make any reference to any new upcoming movies?
Actually, yeah, the Avengers.
And that looked terrible. I'm going to just segue
Actually, they
into
did
it.
make-
I ate a lot of the popcorn out of the bucket, and then whenever they told me to go get more, I didn't want to because I didn't want to miss any of the movie. Done.
No,
She ate.
I did not eat as much as they're saying because then they got a second bucket and ate that completely themselves.
we didn't have any to eat the first time.
You had plenty to eat the first time.
No,
I
no, no, no.
stopped
I want-
eating
I
the
want-
bucket.
there's 3 other people here. We can get a judge's vote.
Sure.
Okay.
She ate a quarter of the bucket before
How
the
big
movie
was the
started.
bucket? How big
More-
was the bucket?
It's a bucket.
This tall,
I'll tell you
this
that.
tall,
It's a
that
bucket.
wide, and I ate that
A
much of the
quarter
popcorn.
of it
That is about a
Before
quarter of it.
before the movie started.
And then after it started, I hardly ate
Hey,
any.
the judges need to ask questions.
It's true.
How long was the movie?
2 hours, some.
And I stopped 5 minutes into the movie.
I would say more like 20.
No.
It was
No, it
closer
was
to 20.
not,
It
'cause-
was closer.
It was
No, it
definitely.
was
It was
not.
sure as fuck not 5.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
there's no way it
ate
was
25% of the bucket
In about 15
popcorn in
minutes.
about 15
And here,
minutes.
No,
'Cause we
in
got
a
there
half an hour. We got to the movie theater 12:30. We got inside, I'd say 12:45.
Yeah.
Movie started right around 1. If you're saying I ate it that long, that's half an hour.
But I'm saying you ate a quarter of it before it started. Which was
Okay,
15
and then I
minutes according
stopped
to your
into that,
clock.
and then you guys finished that bucket, and then
Before
got
the
another
movie?
bucket, and finished
Hold
that
on.
bucket. No!
Before the movie started or before the previews started? Because that makes a
Previews,
difference.
Actually, yeah.
Before
That
the
makes a
previews.
difference.
Yeah.
I was
way
hungry.
before it was like the theater advertisements.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hungry. I ate popcorn. So
Here's
what?
the thing. Here's the thing that I don't like though.
Right.
You ate it, and then you took a third of it, if not more.
It was not a third
No,
of
it was not a third of it.
It was
Okay.
not a third of it.
Well,
It
At
was
least you're
somewhere
giving me that.
between the 25 and 33%.
No,
Yeah.
no. Like during the movie too.
And then I stopped and didn't want any more.
I'm saying during the movie it was between 25 and 33. That's where it ended, 25 to 33.
Okay,
But that
yeah.
25 was before movie previews and the
Yeah.
lights dimmed.
Yeah.
But then that also leaves 3/4 for you two to eat.
Right.
And then you told me, go get more because you ate almost the whole entire bucket. That's what you told me as you threw the bucket at me.
You ate more than... You definitely ate more than Lennon, and probably ate more
No,
than
I
me.
did not, because like I said, there was 3/4 left, and then you guys finished the bucket.
Are you guys really that anal about, like, popcorn distribution?
They're still going into
Here's
it.
the thing.
No, it's
the
the
only
fact that we're
issue.
like, listen, you should go get more popcorn.
No,
Here's the only.
No,
thing.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was. No,
When
you
the
need
bucket
to
was
go
empty,
get more.
you said, "I'm done with the popcorn."
Oh yeah, when we handed it to her, she's like, "No, I'm done with it." It's like, no.
No, because that's all you did. Just throw the bucket at me, and then you go, "No, you need to
There
go
was
get
no
more popcorn."
throwing. There
It
was
wasn't.
no throwing.
It wasn't even. Can you get some more, please? Then I would have been more willing to. It was, you need to go get more. You ate most of it. Not even a please or thank you.
You say that now.
No, that's how it was. I'm like, why should I have to go get it? I want to watch this too.
Because you ate the popcorn.
I feel like I should make
But
some
that left
popcorn just
3/4
to
for them to
watch
eat,
Yes.
so I only had 1/4 of it myself. They split the 3/4 together.
I would like to add a wrench into
I
this.
am not stopping this argument.
I would like to add the little wrench
Order!
into this.
Order!
I'm trying-
When I go to the movies, and I mentioned this many times, there's no reason for you to not agree with this. I don't know why I'm emphasizing this point much. This is what I've said so many
Go for
times.
it.
But when I go to the movies, I do not get into the popcorn or my drink until the movie starts. Not the previews, even, mind you. The movie itself. Okay. So that missing quarter, I was a literal 0%.
Honestly, I ate very little.
And do you know why I ate all mine before the movie? Because I want to hear the movie instead of
How loud do you
in my
chew?
ears. The popcorn's pretty loud crunching in my ears, so I like to eat it before the
I
movie.
feel like that's the only thing that you can hear.
So,
you hear all sorts of shit wrong. You're like popcorn crunching too much.
Because it's in my fucking mouth.
so
Those guys aren't in my mouth when they're talking.
God, I'm not. I don't know what goes on
what
in there.
exactly were we
I don't
trying to
know
jump in
either.
here? Just who's in the wrong?
Right, about...
I don't know why we had to
she
make a
be
point
upset
about it.
that we made her go get the popcorn.
No, but you should have at least been nice about it, not said, go get us more popcorn.
Here. Other point.
The professor...
Yes,
something
Peanut.
to say.
Oh, God damn it. Now what, Rowles?
Yes, Peanut
You
Gallery.
didn't pay for the popcorn at all.
No, but I threw in money to go towards it.
You threw in money for your
You
drink.
threw in money. That was the $5
you throw-
towards
did
your
you
drink
throw-
to make it a little more
How
even.
would I...
You are correct.
So I spent $5
That's
on
fine.
it.
You spent $5.
Did you
I spent
spend?
$5 to
Five.
the popcorn
Did you
game.
spend? Did you spend 25% of the popcorn's worth?
I don't even know how much it was.
The total
No.
bill...
Calm the fuck
total-
down, Rowles.
The total was 22 something.
It's
Yeah.
like fucking.
I could have thrown in more. You said 5
She
was
gave me
enough.
5,
This
you
is
gave
like
me 7.
this was an episode of Perry Mason. I think.
Yes.
This is like popcorn communist Russia.
I don't know why people
No,
You
are
have
you
to
gave-
get your ration
you
of
gave me
popcorn.
7.
Your
I gave
ration
7.
of popcorn.
She gave
She
5.
gave 5. That means you spent 10.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So-
you still should have been a little nicer than just go get us more popcorn.
Well, I was gonna
and
say-
then put the bucket in my lap.
Well, the thing was...
So that's
the
why I
reason
didn't want to
did
get
so-
you more.
I
So
did-
you're upset
I
because
did-
they weren't polite.
I
No,
did-
they were assholes about
I did
it.
such a thing
Have
for
you ever
more
met me
comedy
before?
purposes than anything.
Yeah, but
because I-
acting like an asshole's not going to get
valid
you shit.
point. That is a perfectly valid point.
Yeah, but it's
What'd
not
you
going to
say?
get him
I missed
shit.
it. What'd you say?
She said she's mad because you wouldn't play.
I
Have
said
ever
you guys
met
were
me
assholes,
before?
and he said, "You ever met me before?" And I said, "Yeah, that's
All right,
why you don't get
this
shit."
is
No, wait.
my Go ahead.
I said the reason that it was put in your lap as such is because it was for comedy purposes. Because I put it over to you, and I was leaning over to go. We think you ate the most. We think you should get more popcorn. And that's when you said, "Oh, I don't want any more
No,
popcorn."
'cause all I
and
saw
I looked
was-
over at Rolls and went,
No, all I saw on my way
Like,
was
all right.
no, because all I saw was the bucket, and you were
"Well, I
you
know
had
because
it
I hadn't
angled
said it
towards
yet."
me.
And
So
when
what
you
else
said,
am I
"No, I'm
supposed
good with
to-
popcorn," I
was
went,
the
"Oh, this
What
is a
else am I
different
supposed to
subject
think before
entirely."
then?
Okay. All right. How about this? One person speaking at a time.
I don't know why we're still going on about it.
This is
They made their points.
Says
They're
the
still
guilty
hashing
party.
This-
it. No, you
this-
guys
all
are
right,
still hashing
enough.
it.
Order in the court.
This is my verdict as a former law enforcement professional.
Yeah, okay,
Based,
sure.
based
Based on the
upon
snake, on the spaghetti.
based upon
Based.
the story and accounts told here, I'm not even concerned about popcorn consumption.
Right.
Yeah, this seems like a bigger deal.
She's just butthurt because you weren't polite to her.
Yeah, because why should I be nice and go get something if you throw the bucket at me and
But-
say, get us more fucking
The
popcorn?
judge is
But-
speaking.
You
Throw it in my
knowingly and willingly went out with two well-known assholes.
Yeah, that was my fault.
And did not. And
at that point, Rowles and Lennon fist bump.
And that's why I normally don't hang out with both of them together, because I can't take it.
Oh, we're not that bad at
You
all.
are.
you knowingly
No,
and
I'm
willingly
not.
went out
tried to
with
be
two
that bad.
well-known assholes, and then he turned around and immediately got butthurt because they were who they are.
Yeah.
No,
They
'cause
win.
usually he's at least
You
nice
don't.
to
Can't change
but
who
they
I am,
roll.
Erica.
I was just going to give you a compliment, but alright.
Hold on. She got butt hurt
Yeah.
by two assholes.
To quote
This
Brandon
is why
Craig,
we
it's not
keep you
gay
around.
unless anus is touched.
Phrasing.
Fraser.
Phrasing.
Oh.
Frieza?
Phrasing.
Frieza?
There's no escaping, banana.
Banana.
This is all an act. No one's really
Stacey,
upset
what
about
do you
it.
think?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I don't know either.
Who's in the
Good
wrong?
theater, everybody.
Does anyone have to be in the wrong?
I don't
No.
know. They
It
brought
was
it
just
up.
an interesting development,
I like
that's all.
bacon.
Bacon is good.
Thank you for your comment.
It was a valid comment.
We were just quite surprised that
That
you
it's
were,
still going on.
You seemed so shocked that we're like, we think you should get more popcorn.
Even though you ate more of the bucket than I did.
Oh.
During the movie,
my
instead of before the movie.
Does
My-
it fucking
It's
matter?
why I don't touch it. It's why I don't touch it. I even dared you not to touch it before the movie started. I bet you
listen to
can't
I
Dave.
do
dare
it.
you not
I bet
to
you
touch
can't
And I
do it.
told you
And
I know I can.
And you immediately went,
Oh, I
"Nah."
love it.
No, I fucking can't. I told you. I eat it before the movie for that reason.
Another
Then I'm done, so I can pay attention.
Yep.
another quick just insert in my graphic.
Welcome back to the Hodgepodge cast.
It's
Yeah,
not about,
really.
It's not about. It's not even about you. So
This conversation was me.
no, it's
I am
the fact.
I am the
I am
conversation.
the one who conversates.
the point in which we'd ask you to go
He's in your shirt.
Oh God,
It was
get it
like-
out.
during a relatively low moment in the movie.
I didn't
so-
know if anything big was going to happen.
Well, neither did we, honestly.
Exactly.
did.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
To support you, Erica. Yeah, I don't.
So I didn't know if maybe something was going to happen, like someone's going to get
I don't like
killed
you
or something was
behind
going
me.
to explode or what. I didn't
Nah.
know. Well, I didn't.
It
Anything
was
could
the
happen.
booking process. No one's going to explode. But you're right.
Something could have happened that could have been something I'd need to know later on.
Yeah. Nah, it was nothing.
Can we switch gears now?
I've been waiting.
All right, so because we went to the movies,
Yeah.
Yes.
we can't do something later tonight that we will be doing next week instead.
Oh,
Yes.
Which,
Yes.
If
I'm
you
very
guys,
excited.
if you listeners at home have
Is what?
Excuse me?
If you
you
love
live
home,
home.
if you live in a nursing home,
you live
you'll
in a
love
nursing
this.
home, you have heard us talk about the what was it called?
Pickett's Charge Challenge.
Pickett's Charge.
Should
what
we-
was it? Wait, what was it called?
Well,
Should we
Perkins
explain this
Challenge.
for-
Oh, the Perkins Charge Challenge. You know what that is, right?
All you can eat
That's-
pancakes.
All you can eat
No.
everything.
That's where I.
That's where I massage myself with
That's where I.
grilled muffins.
That's where I go to Perkins, and I challenge myself to eat so much. They just give up on charging me.
But now, should we
You sound like
explain
a fat Nicolas Cage.
this? There you go.
That's great.
What? Perkins. Bees.
Breeze.
Bees.
So
Perkins
many
bees.
breeze.
Wes, shall we explain this? for
I'm
the umpteenth
lightheaded
time?
now. I don't know why that voice.
The
made me
Pickett's
lightheaded.
Charge Challenge is a food consumption challenge held at the Blue and Gray Bar and Grill in Gettysburg.
Pennsylvania.
And the challenge consists of 2 grilled cheese sandwich burgers,
Yeah.
which it's
They're the buns.
It's a normal hamburger, but instead of like
It's the
regular
buns,
buns,
yo.
the
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
Butts.
There's 2 grilled cheese sandwiches as buns. You eat 2 of them.
Sounds
On top
delicious.
of that, you have a bucket of 4 pounds of cheese fries.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And you
That's gonna be
have,
the hard part.
I believe
Yeah,
it's
do
half
that
an
first.
hour,
Yeah, I will.
or an hour
It's probably half an hour.
to eat
Yeah, I'd say
all of it.
my suggestions include don't eat anything beforehand.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
At all.
yeah.
And try not to throw up.
Yeah, eat the cheese fries first and
Yep.
have lots of water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Angel has done it once, and a couple other guys that the both of us know have done it.
Yeah.
And
Failed miserably.
the cheese fries is what gets you.
Yeah.
Because
So do those first.
you sit there and you're like, oh yeah, grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Like they don't look that much, and they're really not.
It surprises me though,
Yeah.
because cheese fries are quantifiable.
Yes.
Much more than I've got whatever percentage of.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
at least 25% of a burger
Yeah.
before I even started the
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
But you
She's
don't.
not even looking at me.
You don't.
I
you don't
heard
realize.
you. I was ignoring you.
You don't
Yeah.
realize how big. You don't realize how big
How
your bucket of fries really is until after you've eaten two
And then you say, "Fuck, I'm gone."
grilled
Yeah.
cheese
Yeah.
burgers.
I just
I
feel
guess
like
it
you
is
don't.
still quantifiable, but it's like so many cheese fries and 2.
But it's like, wouldn't you also fill up on the water as you're eating too? I mean, I've heard from other competitions like that where it is good to drink.
Yeah.
But then I've heard of some where they don't give you any drink at all.
Just dunk everything
That's
in
hard
water
mode.
and just swallow
That's
it.
hard mode.
Yeah.
I almost.
You guys
feel-
have to eat this many saltines in 2 minutes. Go. Ah!
I almost.
Eat this thing of salt.
Like a
Go.
wood chipper.
I almost feel like not eating anything beforehand could somehow handicap you.
You think?
And by that I mean like eat a cheese stick or something just to loosen up your
Your stomach.
Yeah.
Well, how
I consider
Now, there have
that.
been times where it's like if I haven't eaten all day and then I go to eat for the first time, I can't eat as much as I normally
How
would, even if I ate that
professional-
morning or something.
I know how professional some professional competition eaters
Yeah.
Yeah.
train is. I know there's one guy. This was quite a few years ago.
Adam Richmond?
No, I know who that guy is.
Yeah.
He's an actual food competitor, not some.
Yeah, and you
TV
were
show
talking
guy.
about a professional
Kobayashi.
person.
He was a
Peter
professional chili pepper eater.
Oh.
And
oh,
the
yeah.
night before his competition, he would eat like 5 to 10 pounds of grapes
Really?
That seems
To-
kind of random, actually.
to
Yeah.
expand his stomach.
I want to know who discovered that works.
Him.
The guy was like, fuck it, I'm just going to eat a bunch of
There's
grapes.
got to be a lot of
Oh my
trial and
god,
error.
it works!
A lot of
Well,
trial
no,
and
it
error.
makes
Yeah.
sense because like it's majority water,
Yeah.
but the little fiber that's there is going to expand it enough, and it's going to pass through quick
So what
enough.
we're saying
Yeah.
is eat grapes.
Eat
Yeah.
grapes. Just eat a bunch of grapes.
I'll have
Mom, I
Drink a-
need grapes.
Drink
Why?
a shit ton of wine.
I just
Yeah.
want
Those are
grapes.
grape enough.
Grape
It'll,
enough.
it'll expand your bladder.
Yeah.
Wrong part.
Rebate.
So yeah, to summarize, Lennon is going to do the Pickett's Charge Challenge
Ugh.
next week, and we're filming it.
Yes, it'll be quite exciting.
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
fail.
looking forward to it.
I'm quite excited.
And if you can't finish it, I'll help with the fries.
There you go.
No, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, you
can't,
can.
no, if you
That's
can't,
after
if you
the law.
cannot finish it,
Well, yeah,
After-
after,
after
the
regulation.
I
Yeah.
mean, during it.
What's the time? Is there a time?
30 minutes.
It's,
Oh, fuck
he just
that.
said he wasn't
is it,
sure, and I
is it
said it's
half
been
an
up.
hour? I can't remember
I
if
give
it's, if
myself-
it's
yeah,
half an hour.
remember
or
we
not.
asked
I'll
last
give
time we
myself
were
I was
there.
gonna say most of them seem to be half an hour.
Well, we'll see what happens. It'll be
I
interesting
can
to
do
see.
it in 15.
So,
Just pace yourself.
Okay.
I'd like to rant, and I know you also have a mini rant you were going to say you were talking about. So I'm gonna,
About what?
I don't remember. You
Neither
said
do
you had a
I.
mini rant.
Mini rant.
But anyway, okay. So I started listening to this thing called Star Talk Radio with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Sorry.
Neil Grace Tyson, he's like a swan.
Yeah, DeGrace.
And his show is pretty good, but and his commercials are all like ad council stuff, where it's just like read to your kids and
Right.
and all that stuff.
Be a
Don't
star.
don't be a racist. And it's commercials like that, and I'm like, that's cool. But they have this one. Well, first of all, they have a ton of commercials about autism, being like,
Yeah.
1 in 110 kids will be autistic. And like, first of all, that's. I don't know.
It is
I
real.
don't like that. Yeah.
It is a real statistic.
But
Well,
this-
you know why? Because they broaden the fucking
they broaden
definition.
it.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to get more
You know
people
what?
when you do that.
Yeah.
You know what though? Since autism is viewed in like degrees of severity,
Yes.
technically everybody has autism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
kind of goes into what I was saying.
Everybody
so
does.
there's this one commercial where it's like a kid growing up as he goes along learning about autism, and he's like, "I'm just a teenage boy. I don't know what autism is." That's word for word what he says.
Yeah.
I'm just a teenage boy. I don't know what autism is.
Yeah.
And it's like
Open up a book.
then it's in a book. Then,
Reading
Book.
then it's like
Google that shit, motherfucker.
then it's like, but then my friend's cousin's son found out that he had autism, and that was kind of weird. Then my friend's son had autism, and we were both scared about that. Then I came home, and my wife was like really upset, and I wondered why. And then we found out that our son had autism. And then it goes to, it used to be 1 in 3,000 kids had autism, but now it's 1 in 110. I'm like, is it our fault, really?
Yeah. No,
Now there's Asperger's.
That we're having kids who have mental disorders.
This kid.
It's like, it's coming for you. You can't do anything to stop it.
Yep.
But we're not going to tell you to
So
stop
stop
fucking your sister.
reproducing.
Yeah. It's really just saying, educate yourself that autism exists.
Yeah.
And don't be stupid about
I
it.
thought you were going to take a not really comical approach.
No,
But
this
like
is stupid.
How it got like increasingly more narrow to directly to him.
Then
Yeah.
I
And
had autism.
he comes home from work and his wife is upset. What's wrong, honey? Your test results came back. You're autistic.
Yep.
And then he goes, "Ugh." And that's where we step over the line.
Yeah.
They pan back over to him. He's wearing a helmet. Like, "Rrrr." That's not really
It's
autistic.
a walrus? That's
He turns into a walrus. Either way.
I was gonna say this guy's like an autism lightning rod.
It's getting closer and closer. Saying that lightning never strikes twice.
No autism. Does.
Autism strikes like 5
That's a
times.
new commercial that we can make right now. They say-
Lightning never strikes twice, but autism strikes like 5 times.
Yeah.
I feel like if I would have been born like in today's age, but I was the same kind of person,
Yeah.
I would probably be considered to have autism.
My dad has it.
Yeah.
And he works with autistic kids.
Yeah, it was like they just like they like you said, they broadened the border.
What do you mean? If you were
spectrum.
born 10 years later than what you were?
Like if I was born in this,
If he was
day
like a
and
kid,
age,
like
Okay.
a younger kid
Yeah,
right now.
they-
All right.
somebody would probably consider
Okay.
me.
That's just
autistic.
it's the go-to diagnosis.
Because
Pretty
when
much.
I was in elementary school, they're like, "Oh, this kid has really high IQ for his age. We're going to put him in a special class in which he gets to learn with special teachers." And it was almost like being autistic.
yeah,
Because
Lennon
it's-
did. He was in gifted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being autistic and someone just being fucking smart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
they
what they
called
don't
it.
get.
They
But
called
it is considered special education.
They called it special interest for me. And
Special.
yeah, and my teacher
Oh.
was a game show host.
I was in like the not the learning disabled, but the emotionally disabled
Oh yeah, emotional behavior disorder.
because it was
yeah.
like I had a temper.
Yeah. Well, you do.
Yeah,
What?
it's what I'm doing now is just for show.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But it's like for the rest of my life, I'm gonna see like on my. Not so much on the diploma because it's not there, but if someone looks at it, it's like, he had an individualized education plan. And it's going to make me feel like, well,
I'd like to see
he was
that
in a
on your
special
diploma.
class or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Rowles, autistic.
That is his
Is
diploma.
graduating with
yeah.
high honors in
I actually
autism.
thought I did have Asperger's when that first came out.
Yeah, when that first came out, like that when that movie came out, I thought I had it, and then I didn't, and then it was okay.
Because it was like he's smart and he keeps to himself and doesn't socialize. I'm like, that's
Instead of a
just
beautiful
who I
mind,
am.
instead of a beautiful mind, it's a beautiful ass.
Beautiful roles, beautiful role.
Beautiful butt.
Well, expanding upon your thing.
Yeah.
It's not what I want to talk about because I can't remember what I wanted to talk about.
Okay, I just remember you saying you had a mini rant.
I don't know.
Baby
I
rant.
feel like I say that
Baby
every
rant.
He
week.
says it in like chipmunk voice.
Here's my rant.
But I feel like kids now are just too overprotective and parents are too overly involved.
Kids are too overprotective.
Well, yeah, because now
protected.
it's not the kids that did anything wrong; it's the teachers, it's the
Oh,
school.
yeah.
The kid did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
If
And-
I fail a kid, someone could probably put me up for should we
Yeah.
fire her or not because
Yeah.
she failed a kid.
There's as overprotective as parents are now, and highly involved as they are now.
Yeah.
No blame is placed upon them for anything.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
teachers or someone else.
It's everyone else, but the kid did nothing wrong. No,
But
never.
like I always make an example out of my 11-year-old cousin, who is now homeschooled he isn't really paid attention to as much at home. And he's just derpy and stupid as shit. And he has no social skills. He's not going to make it in the real world. He doesn't know how to get himself out of his own situations.
Yeah.
He's
well,
all he knows.
Everyone else.
All he knows is, well, mom and dad or Wes or Adam or grandma and grandpa are going to come bail me out if I need help.
Yep.
So why does he have this mentality? Just because he's not?
Has he never been in a public school?
He has, but when he was, because he's not the best example for overprotective parents and
I wouldn't call it overprotective. Just
they're not letting him do his own thing.
He wants the beard.
Yeah.
The snake is in his beard.
It was. Now it's on his hand.
The whole sensitivity thing.
Yeah.
Is where I'm getting at. But like when my cousin was in a public school, it was a few years ago. Like he brought in, he took an empty prescription bottle and put like Tic Tacs or something in it, and he was doing that, and then he like punched a kid, and
dumb fuck.
Yeah.
But then it becomes a safety hazard, and it's like, can we allow this kid back in the school?
Did I ever tell you guys the story about
education? What? Go ahead. Sorry.
One of the teachers thought she saw a gun, but it was something else.
No, I don't remember that.
Condom.
You probably told me, but I forget.
Okay, so I wasn't. I had been graduating for a while before this happened. When this happened, my brother told me about it. There was this kid who was in a certain classroom, and this teacher had a hall pass that was an iguana, like a fake, fake plastic iguana.
Yeah.
I just want to tell the story. I don't know if I told it on the show.
But everybody else gets the fake
Have I?
iguana.
I think twice. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, whatever. Then I won't tell it.
It was a gun.
But
the I can't quite articulate what I'm trying to say.
Now
No,
you're me.
the quality of education and like schools being able to kind of help regulate kids started to go downhill when they didn't let the teachers hit kids with switches anymore.
Yeah. It's also gotten to the point now where when I did my student teaching at a high school, the teachers... but the teacher I was student teaching with was like, you should always keep your door open because they can assume that if your door is closed that you're doing something with the kids that you don't want anyone else to see. They don't let teachers hug kids anymore unless they're in an open area where other people can see it. So if you're in a classroom and the door just happens to be shut, you cannot touch a student or be like close proximity to them because they will wonder what you're doing.
The worst that teachers can become have made that like feel like normal.
But it's like society in general is viewing it in a way that it's like, well, Erica's a terrible person who wants to hurt kids. We have to make
Exactly.
Popcorn.
Our employee is an awful
wanna hurt
person,
popcorn.
and we have to make sure she doesn't mess with the kids.
Yeah.
It was like, why are you there in the first place then?
No, but it's like people don't realize that generally when people get into teaching, it's because they want to teach kids as opposed. And like when you said about your nephew or whatever, I think it was your nephew. I'm sorry, I didn't know
cousin. It's fine.
Cousin. I didn't catch the relation, but him being homeschooled now without social skills, that's school. While it teaches things, that's the biggest thing it teaches is socialization.
That is the big thing.
So
yes.
when you stay at home, it's like you're gonna always walk with these crutches where like you'll be asking your like you said, asking your family for everything, as opposed to learning how to talk in a situation.
How's it going to be when
making friends? You know,
how's it going to be in the real world when he gets a real job and then suddenly there's someone in the workplace that bullies him? What's he going to do? Mom, come to work with me.
Well, I'm not like saying I'm not talking about educational. I'm talking about like the oversensitivity to everything.
Well, that's what I mean.
Like when I was younger than him,
yeah,
my parents would leave me home alone for hours on end.
Yeah,
and like my parents weren't like always, let's go do this, let's have family vacations, let's spend every waking moment of every single day together.
Yeah, we never did that.
Like parents are now.
Yeah,
it was, this is what right and wrong is.
Yeah.
If you do wrong, these are the consequences. You're going to get spanked. If you're, these are the the rewards of being good, go apply that. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot on my own as well.
That's exactly how I was taught, to a T. That was my dad. That's
what
exactly
my
dad told me.
But now it is. Let's spend every waking moment of every day together.
You can't do that though.
But it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
Give your kids space.
Yeah. Yes. And all these kids are going to grow up to know is I'm always going to have someone to bail me out.
Yep.
I never have to do anything on my own.
Yep.
And that's what one of the guys I graduated with. His parents decided that they wanted to be his friend instead of being his parent.
Yep.
Gave him however much money he wanted for each day. Gave him a car. Bailed him out of jail a couple times.
Jesus.
And
I'd let my kids stay in
They
there.
just don't. They don't care.
Yeah.
I just have a thought.
They pretend to care.
So, okay, this is going to be kind of a long shot, but so we or at least I feel that like the baby boomer generation, the people who are like overseeing how the world works currently, and then how we're going to take over like all this messed up stuff. Mm-hmm. And you were telling me once that you were like Lennon. That you were saying,
I'm listening.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to say who I was talking to.
Oh yeah, good call.
It was an audio podcast.
Yes.
That you think that, and I agree.
Yeah.
That
30 years?
the upcoming generation, like everything will be sorted out by then.
Yeah.
What if the generation after this, the one that we're talking about currently, are just going to be like, well, they're doing it all wrong. We have to see to it how we are, just like self-medicating sort of society. Like, is that
each generation is going to see the prior generation's views, opinions, and outcomes of such.
Like, what if that is going to be the way of the future? The future.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the past future.
Yeah.
Or the past. or the past present, or the future present.
Or the podcast.
Yeah. There you go.
But I had something I wanted to say.
Do you want to bring up that dumb comedian from a different podcast?
I can. So there was a little dispute between two Philly comics, and one of them thinks it's okay to steal jokes, just because like he saw it on YouTube. So the dude who did it's not famous, so he can just do that joke too. I mean, what's wrong with that? Yeah, he didn't credit shit, so he can just take it. And essentially, everybody is going, "No, you're wrong. That's dumb and not the way anything."
No one's backing him up.
That's not the way anything works ever. But he's like, "Fuck you guys. I'll just do whatever I fucking want."
Yep.
It's quite the listen.
Yeah.
It's we should actually listen to it after we're done recording here because
it's something.
It's hard to believe that people like this exist.
They keep like the two guys who are on the show.
Yeah.
Not the guy who called in.
Yeah.
The guys who were on the show kept giving him reason after reason why he's wrong, and he just was like, "Yeah, I agree, but fucking care. I'm gonna do it anyway."
Yeah, that's his argument was continually, "Yeah, so."
Yeah.
It's.
Yes.
Yeah. Keith said something about that on Facebook. I guess it was last week, and I read into it, and I liked where it started to go, and then someone brought, I believe it was someone brought up a Heath joke, and then Keith goes, "Oh!" and then someone posted like a 10-hour long Andrew Dice Clay going, "Oh!" video, and then it all just like went downhill. Like someone just dumped a bucket out.
Yeah.
But
a bucket of madness.
Because we're all too stupid to stay on the same serious topic for very long.
Yeah.
That's the way we all work.
Mm-hmm.
But the collective was that obviously it is wrong.
Yeah.
Because
obviously,
unless you do give credit where credit is
right.
due.
Now,
and that's one thing that they said. They're like, if you go on stage as the cover comic, we don't see as much of a problem with it. Even that's a little.
Do you think that modifying jokes is okay?
What do you mean?
Like, say somebody
taking one of Lennon's jokes and putting it in your own words.
No, not even that.
If somebody says knock knock and somebody says who it be.
I mean, like taking a concept and changing it a little bit, so it's still the basic premise.
What concept hasn't been done?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, when is it? Like, where's the line to draw?
And there's always going to be
honestly, it depends on each unique example. I think.
And there's always going to be a time where like he could find he could look up. Hold on. That he could look up like another comedian that he's never heard of. It's a new one, and maybe him and this guy have like the exact same joke, but it's not like they stole it. It just coincidentally happened.
That happens.
Yeah, I can imagine that happens a lot.
Yeah.
You could open it by saying something like, "Well," and I'm not using like a local example.
Yeah,
right.
I use a more national one. It's like, well, Eddie Murphy talked about getting food from McDonald's. Like, if you use a part of it, like. Take the setup he was going for, but then be like, but I always thought it was this way, you know?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily see a problem with that.
No, that's not stealing jokes, that's just...
Yeah. Well, but we actually had, I don't know if we want to mention it, but there was a guy that me and Lennon know that actually was basically taking Adam Sandler jokes and doing them on stage. And we're all like...
What was that fuck's name?
I
I don't even remember.
Fuck.
We were
fuck all you fuck boys.
His name.
I'll
think of it.
We posted the clips though.
I was gonna say I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
We posted the clips to his YouTube or to his Facebook page though. We're like, and then he stopped doing them.
Yeah.
He's like,
Good.
you can't do.
Especially
Adam
whenever they're
Sandler
well-known jokes.
Adam Sandler.
You're not getting away with that at all.
It's a shitty Adam Sandler movie, if I recall right.
Probably.
But Adam Sandler lines from like a universally released picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So clearly you're going to be found out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder whenever you take a comic who's not as well-known and take the jokes, but I mean, still, it's the idea of stealing.
And that reminds me of...
if you do it from someone who's really famous, then you're just twice as stupid.
There you
go.
And just to quickly interject, somebody had something important to say. Steve Maroney says, I just might have to go see Guardians of the Galaxy for the third time.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I might just have to go see Guardians of the Galaxy for the third time.
Hi, everybody!
Well, that's my third time, everybody!
He walks into the theater like that.
Oh, yeah. He walks into every room like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one more pass watching this movie to go, and then I'm out of here.
We got,
Who wants popcorn?
Another example, though.
You.
With, like, talking about
set myself up.
people taking jokes and then reforming themselves. Patrick Gorman was a good example of that. He was telling examples in the jokes of, what's the guy's name?
I don't know.
That he was telling jokes like.
Gorman.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik. And
that's an unfortunate name.
We said, hey, knock it off. And he did. Really good. But then his wife forced him to retire.
Yep.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
You're not funny anymore.
She told him that?
Nah.
No, that's my envisioning.
That's the remix.
You see, women kill men's dreams.
Do they?
I don't think I did.
You killed our popcorn supply.
Killing our audio quality.
There you go. Fist bump.
You hate us all equally. It's okay.
I hate everybody. That fucking prick.
Yeah. You killed him. He was nice before he met you.
No, he was nice until he turned 25, and then suddenly the world was dissolving around him, and he needed to go fuck more women.
But anyway, talking about
Wolf Blitzer, some asshole you don't need to worry about.
Yeah, let's stop talking about him then.
There's a much more fortunate last name.
I feel like comedy has always, like, comedians have always, like, told personal stories and put a funny twist to them or what have you. But there was a certain time where it was more like one-liner punchlines over stories, but through time it's evolved into, well, all the one-liners have been used. I guess I gotta get out and do more stuff. That's how I feel, because I have issues with doing one-liner shit.
Yeah. I think harder.
That's
what I do.
I know it was completely stupid, but the one I did last night I thought was funny.
Which one was that again?
The one, nothing screams I'm a douchebag and saying I'm a douchebag.
Well, moving on.
It's like there was a woman who was so ugly she was shaped like a bell pepper. If a bell pepper was shaped like an ugly woman.
No.
See,
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
What I came up with, what I just said, that it's not funny, but I think it's funny.
It's ironic.
So I'm never going to use it again.
Don't let them go too far.
Because that's how it works, people of the internet. If you want to do comedy, do stuff that other people think is funny.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works.
Right. Exactly. Well, that was the dumb twat's excuse for stealing jokes. Like, well, the audience likes it. The audience doesn't know you have no integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Tattoo on his forehead, I steal jokes.
We'll have a situation like Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
Stealing Joe Rogan's material. Everyone calls him out for it, and then, well, bye, Carlos. We'll see ya.
I never liked his comedy.
I feel like now no one would care because no one likes Joe Rogan.
I
like Joe Rogan.
I'm indifferent.
I'm about the same as Lennon.
I like the one stand-up he did called Flying Monkeys in Space. That was a good one.
I feel like Joe Rogan has absurd jokes that like no one relates to, but
His
it's still
jokes,
funny somehow.
His jokes in that hour of stand-up were basically like more philosophical than anything.
Yeah,
but he still made it funny.
Well, comedians are modern-day philosophers.
Yeah.
I'm serious. It's literally a comedian's job to look at the world and go, "What the fuck's up with that?"
Yeah.
Where'd these stairs come from?
I love that joke, sir. I love that one.
Which one?
Where'd these stairs come from?
Oh yeah,
I love that joke.
Very good.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna work in the guy that I work with, who we all laughed at it, and then a little later on in the day, he came over to me privately. He's like, "Hey, that joke is pretty fucking funny, and it's pretty spot on. Just so you know, if you haven't heard already, I am a recovering drug addict.
Yeah,
I had a legitimate similar occurrence, except I didn't want to walk up my stairs because I didn't know what was up there. And he told me this thing, and I want to work it in there somewhere.
Yeah,
I feel like with what I have, and I could be a better host than an actual performer.
All right.
I could.
Because
I don't want to say you're bad, but I could see that.
I have the personality and the charisma, and
sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like I'm not bad. What did you say about my second set? I was Valak times 3.
Yeah, you're Valak with material.
Yeah.
You haven't quite figured out how to work it yet, but you actually have material.
Yeah.
As opposed to Valak, who doesn't have material but doesn't know how to work it if he had it.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's like a dog driving a car. How did he get it, but he can't drive it anyway?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just trying to turn the wheel, balls.
Okay, so it's time for Today I Learned.
Yay!
Yeah.
Jazz
I have a
hands.
Today I Learned also.
Oh, do you?
Oh, I forgot you were here.
Oh, hi.
If you will allow me to go first.
Okay.
So
Ladies
this
first.
is pretty badass.
Miss
So
Casey Coulter.
it's dumb, but I don't blame him.
Yeah.
It's a sometimes female name. I
think of it as a guy's name first.
I got called to the stage through the wrong gender. So yeah,
That happened to me too.
Welcome, Miss Casey
Actually-
Coulter.
When
Mister.
it was me, it was like, I don't know if it was a dude or a chick. So
Yeah.
that's what I got.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, from Aaron.
So anyway, the story starts with this guy from Spain who, much like your one friend, Wes, couldn't see color. He only saw black and white. And he didn't realize that he couldn't see black and white until, like, he's doing art and stuff. He actually went to college for art and then realized that he couldn't see color.
Wow.
How do you
That's
go
something.
through life that long
Yeah.
without realizing
It's
you
like
can't see
living
color?
in I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
I mean, elementary school, you learn the color wheel, and it's like, this is red. Okay, it's gray. This is a little grayer. That's lighter gray. That's black.
Either that or if there's a progressive deterioration of color sight.
Yeah, true.
Well, either way, the guy still really wanted to do art.
Mm-hmm.
So he had this thing installed in his head in which it kind of looks like it's like a headband that goes around the back of the head, and it's got a little antenna, like a Nokia phone antenna sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
and whenever he looks at a color, he'll hear a tone in his ear.
That's cool.
And it will, so whatever color he sees, that tone will reflect in his ear. So I think he said, like...
He can hear colors.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to hear what colors were.
It's like synesthesia. You know what that is?
Was that the thing you were talking about?
That's whenever you can, like, taste...
It's where your senses, like, merge together a little bit.
Yeah.
The most common one is hearing color. Or vice versa. Seeing sounds.
I've heard of it more as tasting color.
Like,
I know what green tastes like.
Gotta take a left of this green.
Just don't eat it.
Yeah. But yeah, he said that the color scheme is in the key of C, and like every single color is like a variation.
That's really cool.
Okay.
And so he's been painting for like a really long time, but just by understanding what color is by hearing it.
What sound is this one? That's what I need.
Now the funny thing is it works in reverse because he's done this so long that whenever he hears a song, it sounds like a color. So Billy Joel is like blue and purple, while Justin Bieber is pink.
That's very interesting.
And I was like, that's badass. That's how you handle stuff like that.
I just feel like looking at one of his paintings when it's done, it's just like a jumble of like noises.
This painting is so loud.
Yeah.
What? It says the painting. Okay. That's as far as that
Stacey, what is your today I learned?
Today I learned that I can play 3 songs on the electric guitar.
Yeah, we just found an electric guitar
Smoke on
downstairs.
the water.
Nope. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh.
Are You Sleeping? And the beginning riff of Iron Man.
Cool. Those are all
just
random.
The beginning, just I am Iron Man.
Yep.
I am Iron Man.
I am.
That's like the whole song.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Yeah.
That,
You know, speaking of music, Pandora really needs some sort of musician recognition software rather than just going off of the band name. And I mentioned this because at work we have Pandora. We put on the Mumford & Sons station, which is pretty cool. Except the fact that it will play a song by, was it Benjamin Gibbard or something like that?
Yeah.
He was the lead dude for the Postal Service and Death Cab.
Okay.
So it'll play a song by him, followed by a song by Death Cab, followed by a song by the Postal Service, sometimes followed by a song by Benjamin Gibbard. So,
sometimes they put in Mumford & Sons.
I think what they Pandora, and it bothers the hell out of me. I think Pandora really needs to realize, hey, this is the same fucking dude. Let's play something that's not by this guy instead. You know,
I think you might be able to search like individual people.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
are. Yeah.
RDO is a little better, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's a playlist that you could inevitably buy.
Yeah.
You create your own playlist, and if you want to buy an individual song or a whole playlist, you can actually buy
There's
it.
another site similar to that too, and I cannot think of the name of it. It's like...
Rhapsody.
No, there's another one.
Napster.
No.
Napsody.
No, it has a weird...
Rapster.
No, it has a really weird name, and I can't think of it. It's the one my dad used to use all the time. I can't think of it.
Shovel penis.
Cool story.
Horse clip.
See, I've always found Pandora to work.
Sound.
I didn't know that was the sound.
I've always found Pandora to work really well.
Climbing through
The
clothes.
snake is in her shirt. Go on, Rolls.
Alright, thanks. I've always found Pandora to work really well.
Yeah.
Because I don't search band. See, I feel like those kind of bands are more interchangeable
Yeah.
than, say, like 90s alternative hits or something.
Yeah.
It'll come up. And you can't really fault the system for letting that get through. Because honestly, that's the only time like something like that will happen.
Yeah.
In
Well,
that
yeah.
specific case. And you're like...
It's
I'm not
obnoxious.
trying to diss the music, but it's like you're kind of asking it to do more than it should have to do.
Well, you would think that it would be able to get around that in some way, you know? I mean, it's I think it's just a small oversight that I wish they could fix.
Well, like I have two different stations that are almost exactly the same. I have a Reggie Watts station, and a Ray Charles station. Yeah. The Ray Charles type of music, like Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, those kind of people were a big influence to Reggie Watts. Yeah. And it's a related artist, or they are related artists to Reggie Watts. So Reggie Watts will have like his comedy stuff, sometimes Flight of the Conchords, Stephen Lynch, guys like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then like intermixed in between them, there's like I forget what the guy's name. The Stand By Me guy, Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight and the Pips. Like there'll be stuff like that, and I don't mind that because like I have the Reggie Watts station because like I like some of his more trance sounding music that they have. Yeah. And occasionally like Stephen Lynch will come on, like that's fine, that's cool, and then like Ray Charles will come on. If I'm having one of those kind of just relaxed days. Right. But then when I want to just have a night of Aretha Franklin, I could just jump down to the Ray Charles station. Right. And I've had people tell me that's stupid. That I have two identical stations.
They're not that identical.
Yeah, but majority it's identical. Yeah. But there's like it's almost like a 2-song difference.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that going on also. We did the Mumford & Sons channel, but what used to do of Monsters and Men channel. Mm-hmm. Quite similar. The only difference was really which band was the live recordings also, you know?
Don't those bands sound similar, though?
Kind of.
Like, you can't fault... Honestly, it's... Internet radio. It's a radio station on the internet. Yeah, it's like if you put on any. Radio
I'm not bothered that it's playing the same shit.
No. It's like I'm saying if you put on like any radio station in your car, you're not gonna. Depending on terrestrial radio, the formats have to be so loosely based around just the genre of rock or classical or whatever that you can get a little bit more specific with the internet radio. But it's like it's still gonna play what you think you want to hear in that genre. Right. And if they're in the same genre, then you can't really fault them for playing both.
We're not... No one's faulting them for playing both.
Well, he was just saying about how they sound similar. Like, if it draws his inspiration from that, of course it's going to play that.
Well, yeah. But I'm bitching that it's the same 3 people in a row. Yeah. Like, there's nothing that's the same person 3 times in a row.
That's the problem.
They're not stopping that. Yeah. I mean, it's got to come up at least once to everybody at some point, right? I mean, it's not. Why are they thinking about it?
That's the problem I have with live radio. Yeah, yeah. Where last week when
they're not. Live radio isn't going to do that. Live radio is not going to say that was Def Jam for Cutie. Now here's the fucking Postal Service. Did you like that guy? Here he is again.
You're wrong on a different aspect that I'm thinking of.
They just played the same 5 songs over and
over. Exactly.
Yes. And they all go to commercial at the same time.
In an 8-hour workday, they played 3 different songs 4 different times.
But not in a row.
I heard. Not in a row.
Not in a row.
I can't tell you how.
I've heard the same song in 20 minutes though.
I can't tell you how many times. I don't know if they do this on purpose or what. But we have 5 different radio stations I listen to. More often than not, they always go to commercial at the same time.
Yep. I always if I'm in my mom's car going through the radio, everyone will either be playing all music at the same time.
It's like when you watch your turn signal and the guy's turn signal in front of you. They go back and forth, and then at one point they just start syncing up, and they go back and forth again.
Yep.
I just want to throw up when that happens because my brain is just like it's like spinning around, and it's like, why is this happening?
Yep. But. I just don't like it. Yeah. I don't like the Lumineers either. I think they're a terrible band.
I used to sort of like them when they first...
They're like Mumford & Sons light.
Hold on.
Like I said, when they first came out, I might have liked one song.
Mumford & Sons.
Yeah, you know what kind of music they play? They play the kind of music. When I took guitar lessons from like a book that had like all the old timey songs that were like the Billboard Top 100 charts in like 1896 or something like that.
1896,
which I think was actually like a Billboard.
Come on down to the river.
Yeah, population 3,526.
Here's our top
by the
10
way,
hits.
Our favorite song right now is Polly Wally Doodle. I think that's how that went. But I mean, I learned a whole bunch of songs like that, and I feel like that's the kind of music that they write.
I just want to ask, aren't the Lumineers like some sort of like dentist?
I don't know.
No, they're a band.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that candlestick from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I thought there was some sort of teeth-related Lumineer thing.
No.
It's either like some sort of like whitening strip or dentist or some shit.
Illuminate. Just pressed illuminate, isn't it?
There was a Lumineer.
There's something like that. I don't know. That's
maybe there was.
I think it's that. I think it's that flower you put on your tuxedo.
That's a boutonniere.
Close enough.
Fuck you. I'm smart too.
I'm just looking for things that sort of sound the same.
So what you want is for there.
So what you want?
Is there to be someone at the control board making sure the same songs are played?
Yeah,
that's
their job. They just sit there and say, "You already played."
It can't be that hard to patch.
All those
songs,
bands sound the same, though.
I don't care if they sound the same.
But if they all have the same lead singer,
right?
Yeah.
I think it's real easy to just plug into your database which singer is on a fucking song, and have it not be able to run the same name twice in a row. That's all.
Unless
I'm
you really
asking.
fucking love the lead singer for Death Cab for Cutie.
Right. Which
that's another thing that you get into
because it just makes them show up all the fucking time. It's like, no, I hate this.
So what you want is, because she actually brought up a good point. If you don't want to hear the same guy in 3 different essential bands, but you like that guy,
and I want to hear it.
You want an on-off switch.
Yes. That would be good. Yeah.
And when it's on, you check the name of, I'm going to say band members, because I'll even put it to guitarists or bassists or something. So to not
the bassist.
Who was the guitarist in this song?
Exactly. If somebody is in the band that's playing right now, none of those people can be in the next song that's played.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
You hear that, Pandora? Get on your shit!
I hope they hear this shit.
That was necessary.
It was, because now it's going to be like...
Pandora, I'm ordering on a fast food window.
Could you just give me this song and not the other song?
And put it in the tube. Alright.
And a little extra of this song.
Here's my advice to get around that.
Stop listening to it.
Yeah.
No, put on like a more generic genre, like a genre.
Public domain.
More than
this is the Happy Birthday.
But that can introduce more shit.
Put on folk hits.
Yeah.
And then Charlie comes up.
No, I think the same thing would happen. There's got to be at least 50 artists on that channel.
Maybe there's some sort of formula out there where they just everybody.
There's got to be more than 50.
There is. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because I'll put on like.
I'll just use that as a round number. The fact that there's like 50 artists on that channel, and at least once a week, 3 in a row. Can't have it.
No.
And
if not more than once a week.
Yeah. It does happen multiple times.
That's why I like listening to the classic rock radio station.
That's why I just don't listen to a radio.
Because they, since like all of the hits that they play already exist out there, they just play whatever. And one of them that I listen to, like, they pride themselves in not repeating any songs all day. That's one of them. That's what they do.
I'm gonna listen to 96.3, the Feel Good Oldie Station.
I like the
Whenever I don't have anything.
I don't
feel good.
Yeah,
I don't remember what
Benny King singing "Stand by Me." It's like, feel it right now.
I don't remember what station number it is, but it's smooth jazz.
That's what my dad likes.
It used to be 92.7.
I call it the Weather Channel. It sounds like Weather Channel jazz.
That whenever my dad's listening to music through the Comcast radio station things, I'll come out and I'm like, I feel like I'm in an elevator or watching the Weather Channel right now.
Those things still exist.
Elevators?
They should just have the Weather Channel in an elevator.
And now they don't play 2 of the same singers back to back to back.
The Weather Channel?
No, those
People
music
demand-
stations
I've
on
seen this
Comcast.
meteorologist.
They don't even
People
play weather
demanded
back to
that,
back.
though.
They do, yeah.
Everybody likes the
hope
guy
not.
from Death Camp for Cutie. Guess what?
Death
Lots of
Camp, Death Camp for Cutie.
Before we get off
God.
topic, speaking of the Weather
That's what it
Channel,
was in the 1940s.
I fucking hate this uppity folk shit.
before we get too off topic, speaking
Yes.
of the Weather Channel, I just remembered a long time ago, I was up at like 3 in the morning, and the only thing that was mildly interesting that was on was the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
And instead of playing like the normal smooth jazz, they were playing like orchestral hits.
Shit.
Those are the best hits.
And a hurricane was coming.
Fucking Indiana Jones. And the radar for a cloud system that was moving in. Yeah. It was great.
Today's forecast calls for falling boulders.
Da 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 da
Today's
da da
forecast-
da.
Today's forecast is as adventurous as fuck.
That's what I said. It's a hurricane coming.
When we were at John's and I went up to go to the bathroom, they were playing seriously Weather Channel music there.
They were.
Seriously, Weather Channel music.
Seriously.
Serious.
It's
Weather
funny
Channel.
because serious clouds.
A low front.
Ah, that is funny.
Oh.
That was
And the
funny.
X is a Cumulus station.
A low front of Crystal Skulls is expected to come in on the west side this evening. followed by a slight chance of surviving in refrigerators.
Dumb.
I think we're done.
I think
Say, how long
Are
have we
we?
even been podcasting?
All the time.
I
Don't
know
worry
it's
about
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
that's
time.
pretty-
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it after the show.
We've been podcasting this whole time?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my fucking
No, don't break
God.
the immersion.
The immersion.
Who?
Everybody's immersed
Ah.
I don't know.
in listening to this conversation that we haven't been saying heretofore as being a podcast.
Lennon's being picky,
Heretofore.
and Erica's being mad, and Rowles is being tired and goofy.
It's a good
I have a
podcast.
snake.
And then Cooper was
And Stacey is
distracted.
using her foreign
No,
accent.
no, Cooper was distracting.
Yeah.
I just
What
said that.
Cooper-
I
oh,
just
Hey,
said
said
distracted.
I thought you
Hey.
said distracting.
Hey!
Bro, like he's not
You!
paying attention to this
Enough!
podcast at all.
Shut up.
We need a gavel.
What do you want?
Do me a favor.
No.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
This has been Loose Bowels.
You've just been listening to the Weather Channel.
Loop dot.
Loop dot.
Oh, we did. Good night, everybody.
That's okay, yeah.